Hi, I'm Terry and I'm nuts about stamping. I'm back today with another Sundays with Sizzix project, but this time we're going to make the project together. I'm not going to show you a finished one before the video starts. Here's what I gathered together to play with today. My Big Shot, my platform, my two standard cutting pads. I'm going to use my Beautiful Butterflies Bigs die. I'm going to use my square lattice embossing folder and my elegant bouquet embossing folder. I'll probably use some soft suede and a sponge, a well-used sponge. I'm going to use my decorative label punch and my 2 3/8 inch scallop circle punch and my scallop edge border punch. I'll use some Stampin' Dimensionals and some snail adhesive. And then I'm going to use some Peach Parfait Designer Series paper, and I'm going to use some Everyday Enchantment Designer Series paper. It's a pack of paper that you get for free with a $50 order through Celebration. Keep in mind, Celebration ends March 31st, and this paper pack is really pretty and lots of fun to use. I'll use some Very Vanilla and some soft suede. And then I decided that today was the day to pull out some things I haven't used for a while and get using them. I have a package of wood sheets that I had opened and used a little bit of, and I thought, I'm not sure I've showed these to you in quite a while. We get 4 to a pack in the wood sheets package. You can punch them, you can stamp on them, although because it's sort of a wood, almost like a balsa wood feel, with a white background, this does not peel off, it just gives it some stability. You can stamp on it, but the color might run a little bit. And you can also run it through your Big Shot. So I have this little piece left over from another project, so I'm going to use that. And I think that's everything. So let's play a little bit. I'm going to start off with die cutting my wood sheet and with the Beautiful Butterflies Bigs die, and my sandwich is the bottom standard cutting pad. I'm going to lay the wood sheet across 2 of the butterflies, sort of the medium one and one that's slightly smaller, and the top standard cutting pad, and I'm going to run that through the Big Shot. And then I end up with the big butterfly and sort of a medium-sized butterfly. And as they are, they're quite pretty, but I'm going to emboss them. And yes, you can emboss them as well. So I'm going to bring in my platform and put it on tab 1. And I'm going to use the square lattice embossing folder and the bigger butterfly, bottom standard cutting pad, my folder with the wood sheet inside, top standard cutting pad, and run it through. Gives you a little bit more pressure than maybe what you'd be used to. But look, isn't that nice? You can see the texture on it, and it really does texturize it nicely. Then I'm going to bring in my Big Shot again. And this time I'm going to use my elegant bouquet embossing folder. And I'm going to sort of line up my butterfly where I want some impression to be, and then run it through as well. And there you go. Can you see the impression on the butterfly? And the wood sheets are fairly flexible, so let's create a card with the 2 butterflies. I've got my Peach Parfait card that I folded in half, and then I'm going to take some Designer Series paper, and I'm going to adhere that to the peach parfait. So we've got that done. And then what I did before the video was I punched a scallop using my 2 3/8 inch circle punch, the scallop circle. And what I'll do is I'm going to sponge around the edges because the paper, the designer series paper in this pack, has had some sponging around it as well. So I'm going to adhere that in the middle. Like so. And then I'm going to also sponge a fair bit of the soft suede on the butterflies to give it a really, really rustic look. Whoop. Okay, so there's one. And then I'll bring in my smaller butterfly that I embossed with the Elegant Bouquet embossing folder. And I'm going to add a lot of ink around that as well, like so. And then what I will do is I will take some snail adhesive and put the larger butterfly, maybe I'll just put it at a little bit of an angle, like so, and bend up its wings a bit. And then I'm going to bring in a Stampin' Dimensional and put that behind the smaller butterfly and match the angle, like so. And there we have a beautiful card. It's got lots of dimension. Anybody who receives this will want to touch the butterflies. Now you may have noticed that I did talk about having some soft suede. If you wanted to bump up this card a little bit more, you could tuck the scallop edge under the designer series paper on the bottom and punch a different one for the top using your scallop edge border punch, and that would add some more interesting details to the card front. You could also do some centerpieces in here, perhaps some pearls. Use your basic pearl jewels. Or you could create some antenna for your butterfly. And then of course you can always add a phrase to the front, or you can wait, add a layer of Very Vanilla inside, maybe stamp some elements on there, and write a phrase or stamp a phrase in there. For a complete listing of the supplies that I used to make this card, please pop over to my blog, www.nutsaboutstamping.com. While on my blog, make sure you are a newsletter subscriber. It's free and you get 2 newsletters a month. One of them's coming out this Tuesday. I offer special promotions to my customers. You can look at a lot of other samples. You can join a club online or local to Raleigh, North Carolina, or you can ask me a question with the Contact Me button. I'm Terry. I am nuts about stamping. See you next time. Bye for now.